All right. Hello, everybody. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to a new drum lesson and a new live streaming. How you guys doing? Welcome, everybody. What's happening, everybody? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay. Nice intro. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you and welcome. Welcome to the live streaming. What's your name? Nima. Welcome. All right. How you guys doing? Welcome everybody from Instagram and Facebook and YouTube. Okay, it's so cool to be able to stay connected with you guys around the world. It's so interesting and funny at the same time to be able to you know to have a great time together and to talk about a little bit funk drumming and to answer also to answering to your questions, because as always I'm here to discuss a little bit funk drumming as I normally do on a Sunday, but also um, to answer to your questions. Okay. And so if you guys have some questions, if you guys have you know something to ask me about funk drumming or my playing, I'm here for you. Okay, just do your best shot in the chat box and I'll be happy to reply to your questions. Okay, so let me do a quick check if everything is working fine with the audio. As always, guys, if something is wrong about the quality audio and video, just let me know and I'll do my best to fix it. Okay, but I think we are going. I think that everything is working fine. Okay, I'm not able to see any comment at the moment on Instagram. I don't know if the platform is still working, but here we are. Okay, so let me see if we got some questions. Sei fortissimo. Che ne pensi del paradiso l'indorato e fritto? Molto buono. Paradiso l'indorato e fritto è buonissimo. L'ho mangiato a Pasqua. È sempre una grande soddisfazione per il mio stomaco quando sono in grado di fare, insomma, di compiere queste memorabili gesta culinarie. Sempre molto molto buono. Anche il casatiello sincopato anche, dovresti provarlo, è molto interessante. Allora, benvenuti anche cari ragazzi dall'Italia, perché ovviamente c'è anche qualche batterista italiano ovviamente che mi segue, penso su Facebook o su YouTube, quindi benvenuti a tutti. È sempre un grande piacere essere qui e oggi parliamo un pochino di una cosa interessante a mio avviso, che è appunto il modo in cui possiamo suonare il Charleston aperto per avere un po', come dire, qualcosa di diverso nel nostro modo di suonare, ok? So guys, my dear friends, today's live streaming is dedicated to the hi-hat, okay? And in particular to the concept related to the open hi-hat, okay? So we are going to um, to explore a little bit this concept, and I'll do my best to show you some of my favorite combinations that you guys can apply on the hi-hat, okay, to play it open, okay, because the open hi-hat is very cool and interesting because it allows you to have a different texture on the on the hi-hat, but on during the groove, okay, while you are playing a groove, okay, because this is a unique sound, okay, when you're playing it open, okay, and this can be something that can help you to spice up your playing, okay, and we are going to discuss it a little bit, okay, in a minute. And this is also a great topic, a great technique, a great concept that you can instantly apply in your playing, even if you are, a beginner, intermediate drummer, and you are looking for something to improve your playing faster than ever. This might be the right lesson, so to speak, for you, the right moment. Okay, so if you are a beginner, intermediate drummer, you're more than welcome to interact with me during this live streaming. Okay, you can ask me wherever you want. Okay, so I use the open hi hat in different moments of the groove. Okay, so um, typically I use it when I want to make more evident the one. Okay, and as you guys probably already know, the one is one of the most important moments when it comes to playing funk. Okay, because the one is so damn important. Okay, if you think about James Brown music, James Brown, old school classic funk, the one was, and still is, because his music is immortal. The one is the moment. Okay, especially when you're playing, that old school funk kind of thing. Okay, and the open hi-hat can help you um, to make the one, in a different way. To you know you can you can emphasize, the one in a better way, or at least in a different way. Okay, so um, it's always a great technique to know and to use in a groove. Okay, so let me see if you guys on Instagram are saying something. There's Bruno Visintin. Ciao Simone, ciao Bruno, benvenuto. Come stai? Da quanto tempo? Benvenuto nella live streaming. So the open hi-hat is, as I told you, is something that you can instantly apply in your playing, uh, if you're looking to sound different. Okay, if you're looking for something new on the groove. Okay, so let's start. If you're not familiar with this concept, um, by talking about the one. Okay, as I told you. So the technique is very simple, because you only need to do a stroke on the hi-hat by using the neck of the stick. Okay, this is important because you need to have a great punch on the hi-hat when you're doing uh, you know uh, this stroke. Okay, and at the same time you have to open up, okay, the hi-hat, this way. Okay, and you have to play it a little bit. You have to have some fun for a little while, to get familiar, to get comfortable. Of course, if this is the very first time for you to that if this is the very first time for you about this technique. But it is very simple. Okay, so let me demonstrate very very quickly a old school based groove in which I will play the one on the open hi-hat, with the open hi-hat. Okay, so let's see what happens. Okay, so as you can see, this is very simple, easy to do actually, and but this can make a huge difference in your playing, because you are able to you know to play in a different way, okay? Because this is an easy technique, an easy concept, but that can help you to have a complete different texture on this instrument, okay? And it is very cool, okay, when you're looking for something different to add in your playing, okay? So I can see a question or something like that. I also like the way the open hi-hat is played on the Sex Machine Groove. Absolutely, yeah, absolutely, yes. And in fact, I was just talking about that kind of groove, and when I was saying that this technique is very important when you're playing old school funk kind of thing, I was thinking about exactly that groove. So this is a great point. And yeah, the groove that Nima just mentioned, it sounds like this. If you guys want a musical reference of the song, here I am, okay? So and in that groove, the hi-hat has an important role, okay? And when you're playing old school, as I told you, the very first step that you can do is to start playing the hi-hat, the open hi-hat on the one, okay? Because you are saying, hey, that's the one, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, tap, 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 okay? So you're basically saying 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the one. Here's the one, okay? So you're making the one very important when you are opening the hi-hat, okay? So this is the step number one, okay? And step number two is to play something related to maybe the Sex Machine groove. So we can play the open hi-hat also on the offbeat, okay? So one on touch to stop touch to stop touch, okay? Which is also something that you can hear when you are listening to also to dance music, when you are saying, when you are listening to okay. So this is an evergreen concept actually that can be applied in every kind of music, okay, from jazz to rock, funk, dance, hip hop, wherever, okay? So let's try now to play the open hi-hat on the offbeat, okay? And let's see what happens. And of course, if you guys have some questions, dear people um, around the internet, from Instagram and Facebook and YouTube, just let me know, okay? I can see a question maybe on Instagram. When did you start drumming? Yes, that's the question. Okay, see, did I miss something? No. Okay, when you when did you start drumming? Well, I started playing drums when I was 6, when I was a baby actually, and since then I never stopped. Okay, so I grew up in a family of music lovers, because my dad is very passionate about music, and he has an incredible collection of music related to blues, funk, and Pink Floyd. He's a huge fan of Pink Floyd actually. And also my brother, which is an incredible, phenomenal guitar player. And I grew up in a in a in a family in which, the music was always on, was always on 24 hours per day. Okay, so that's how I learned and started playing drums. Okay. Mi piace molto il tuo modo di suonare. Grazie mille, Bruno. Grazie mille di cuore. Sempre, sempre gentilissimo. Grazie di cuore. So, let's play now something with the open hi-hat on the offbeat, and let's see what happens. And as always, if you guys have some questions, just let me know, okay? Okay, so the groove was actually pretty easy and straightforward. Okay, I was just playing, tune, stop, but tune, stop, but tune, stop, but tune, stop, tune. Okay, the kick drum was very, very simple. Tune, stop, tune, stop, 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 okay. But the main thing was on the hi-hat and on the snare drum with ghost notes and bad strokes. Okay, but this demonstrates you that you don't need to play too complicated to play funk. Okay, that's the beauty of this wonderful music expression. Okay, because you can play funk, but you can play every kind of music without doing too much. Okay, you can have a great time on your instrument by doing just simple things. Okay, that's the beauty of music for me. Okay, and as you can see, I was playing very simple. Okay, so the hi-hat was doing something like that, like this. This pattern reminds me a little bit to the hi-hat pattern of Superstition by Stevie Wonder, in which you can mix together 8 notes and 60 notes. Okay, which is kind of cool to do, and it is funky if you add an open hi-hat stroke. Okay, as I was doing on the offbeat. Okay, so the groove was very simple because ghost notes were played on the second or on the fourth 60 notes. Same thing for the bad strokes. But the whole thing mixed together can be funky. Okay, if you are having fun. Okay, that's the point. Okay, so you don't need to be too crazy on the drum set to have a great time. Okay, on the drums. Okay, so let's try now to play another time with the the open hi-hat on the offbeat, but speeding up a little bit the groove. Okay, so now it was a medium groove. Tune, stop, tune, stop. Okay, so let's try to play faster, and let's see what happens. Okay. Okay, so the grooves were these grooves are very very easy actually. It might it might be you know as how can I say, it may be strange to say, because you are seeing me play uh, too many notes. The groove is faster than the previous one, so you may think that it's harder, but it is not actually, because it's a groove. I was just playing different combinations, as I told you, between 8 notes, 16 notes, and stuff like that. Okay, so nothing crazy. The last groove I was playing was a faster version of Cold Sweat by James Brown. Okay, so basic stuff actually. Okay, and I was just having a great time with the hi-hat, with the open hi-hat, and some ghost notes and some bad strokes. Okay, but the concepts are very simple. Okay, and we are discussing these topics every Sunday. Okay, and maybe you guys now can recognize what I'm doing. Okay, but at the end of the day, it is very very simple. Okay, so let me see if we got some other questions on Instagram. Okay, um and yes, I was just doing the open hi-hat on the offbeat. Okay, and you can start very simple. Okay, very easy, very simple, with just an 8-note pattern on the hi-hat and some ghost notes on the snare drum, stuff like that. And that's it actually. It's not that difficult, it's not that complicated. The thing that I suggest you is of course to start playing slow. Okay, and then you can increase the tempo a little bit, and you can have a great time as always. Even if you're playing at slow tempos. Okay, you don't need to play too fast to have a great time on the drums. Okay, you can always have a great time even if you're playing at 60 bpm. Okay, you don't need to play at 120 bpm to play funk. Okay, one of my favorite grooves is at 60 bpm. Okay, 63 maybe. Okay, so it's not the speed that make a groove funky. Okay, it's what you are doing in that groove that uh, make you sound funky. Okay, so that was the option number 2, so to speak, related to the hi-hat. So we saw the first thing, which was related to the open hi-hat on the backbeat, on the one. And then the second element, the second concept, the second option was to play the open hi-hat on the offbeat. Okay, and let's play now another example, but with the open hi-hat on the fourth 16 note. Okay, so it's tap tap and that and that and that and that one and that and that and that and tip tip tip. Okay, so it's funkier here. Okay, because the backbeat and the offbeat is it's a standard thing. Okay, that you can have even on rock, dance music. But when you're playing the open hi-hat on the fourth 60 notes, things are going to be funkier, in my opinion. Okay, because it's one of the funkiest spots in a groove, because the fourth 60 note you can play ghost notes and bass strokes, stuff like that, and you can add also an open stroke to be funkier. Okay, so let's see what happens now by improvising a little bit with the hi-hat played on the fourth 16 note. Okay. Okay, so the groove, as always, was actually straightforward. Okay, so I was just doing. So, but the main thing was, the open hi-hat on the fourth 16 note. Okay, so at the unison with the kick drum. Okay, so you know you can play, also a single paradiddle, in the groove, so, or you can play it simpler, you know. So you got the open hi-hat with the kick drum at the unison, and then the backbeat on two with the rim shot. Okay, so right. Okay, so it's not that difficult, as you can see. Okay, sometimes I can start, the groove that I want to show you faster, to let you, to let you see, the groove in a from a different perspective. Okay, and then I can slow it down and I can explain it so you can understand that it's not that crazy, the thing that I'm playing actually. Okay, because it you know that's the truth. Okay, the grooves that I used to play are very very simple actually. Okay, it's just a combinations of different elements. Okay, between the kick drum and the snare drum and the hi-hat. But it it's not something crazy. Okay, and you can have a great time, as I told you, with open hi-hat in this case with the fourth 16 note. Okay, so it's not that complicated. Okay, so we talked about the open hi-hat on the first, on the first 16 notes, so on the backbeat on the one, on the offbeat, and on the fourth 16 note. Okay, and another thing, because before to say hello to everybody for today, is to also talk about a little bit the drum fills that you can do using the open hi-hats technique. Okay, because this is something also funky to do, and these are my absolutely favorite um, drum fills to play on the drums, because uh, everything is related on the hi-hat. Okay, so let me show you how can we play the open hi-hat in a drum fill. Okay, So the thing that I was doing was actually to play together the hi-hat at the unison with the kick drum, on the second 16 note, or on the offbeat, or on the fourth 16 note, drum tap 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 stop it, stop it, on the second 60 note when I'm doing stop, tap, so the groove sounds like this. Tap it, tap it, okay. So did you play the kick and the open hi-hat at the same time? Absolutely, yes. That's the beauty of this drum fill, because you are creating this interesting unison between the open hi-hat and the kick drum. And this is something that Steve Jordan, for example, is a number one groove maker, and he built a drum fills like this one, but also Bernard Purdie or Mike Clark, all the great funk drummers knows how to do that. Okay, and it's an incredible technique. It is so musical and so and so funky. Okay, your mic has problems. Okay, let me fix that. Hold on. Now it's okay again. Okay, fine. Thank you for your feedback, for your instant feedback. I don't know what's going on here, but let me adjust a little bit the gain, the volume, and the EQ on my vocal mic. Okay, test and check 1 2 1 2. Can you hear me? Okay, I think that now everything is working. All right. Maybe the cable, maybe it can be anything. When it comes to do when I'm doing live streaming, the problems can be everywhere. It's always a mission impossible kind of thing to me to do live streaming, because I have to face different problems, related to how audio and video, stuff like that. But I'm here for you guys to have a great time together. Okay, so if we got a problem, we can fix that together. Yes. So the technique, as I told you guys, was very simple. Okay, so it's just in this way. If you want to play an open hi-hat drum fill, so to speak, you can do a simple thing, which is to play the unison, the kick drum and the open hi-hat. Okay, and it is something that you can do in minutes. Okay, so if you're a beginner, intermediate drummer, you're looking for a new drum fill, this is the right thing to do. Okay, so without moving around the drum kit, actually. Okay, so you only need to play, so you can play a drum fill like this one in two different ways. Okay, so the first one is to play, is to stay in the same position, of the groove, so to speak, so without doing an alternate movement. Okay, so the left hand, it keeps going, on the snare drum, and you play, the open hi-hat accents with the right hand, so And the cool thing about these kind of drum fills is that maybe this drum fill works better at medium fast BPM, okay? Because when you're playing too slow, you may have some problems with the opening, of when you are opening the hi hat, okay? Because if it is too slow, it can be more difficult in my opinion, okay? But if you speed it up a little bit, it might be easier, okay? Because you have a different time, you know the period in which you use your left foot is it's different, when you're doing it with at a slow BPM, okay? So I suggest you to play these kind of drum fills at 90 BPM, okay? And even faster if you can, okay? But the possibilities are are endless when you are playing a drum fill like this, okay? So let me show you other examples. So I'm always doing, opening hi-hat. I'm always, doing the same thing, I'm opening the hi-hat on the second, on the offbeat, and on the fourth 16 note, okay? It's nothing crazy, actually. And it is also cool to do that if you integrate, an FX, a clap stack like this one right here, because this can be funkier also, so let's see what happens. Okay, so this is another interesting topic that I would like to to talk about a little bit in maybe in the next live streaming, which is the clapstack, which is a great friend of mine. I love playing this guy right here. It's so funny to play, in a groove, the clapstack, and it is also interesting to mix together the clapstack and the hi-hats in the same groove, okay? So as I told you, the possibilities are endless, okay? You got endless possibilities when you are playing funk and drumming, you're having some fun on the drums. And this was an easy concept, okay? So you only need to play, the open hi-hat in different positions at the end of the day. So you can play it on the on the backbeat, okay, on the second 16 note, on the offbeat, or on the fourth 16 note, okay. And you can use it also in a drum fill, which is interesting, which is funky, okay. So it's interesting to do, okay. It's very interesting to do. What's the name of your stack? This is the clap 3 by Turkish Cymbals. This is not the the big one, okay? Because normally the clap stack has two different size. You know, this is the small size. Okay, I don't remember exactly the the diameter, you know, of each symbols, but you know, you got three of these guys, you know, mixed together, you know. And I added this, you know, this mine jingle. I don't know how, what is this, but it sounds good. It sounds great. It sounds good if you combine it with a clap stack, okay? Because without it, it sounds like this. So it's a different, you know, it's a different texture. It has more a different color, you know. It's cool. It costs just, I think, $6 or $9. So you can put it here and it will stay there forever. Okay. So it's very interesting. It's an interesting combination. Yeah, in fact, it's a nice combination. I'm very happy about that. Yeah, absolutely. And I was always actually um, skeptical about the clapstack. I was, you know, I don't know if I need that, you know. But when I added it to the drum, to my drum set, my playing changed. It changed a little bit. It changed my playing in a great way, actually, because I feel more inspired when I play the clapstack. You know, it's a different you know, sound. It's a different color. It's very interesting. Okay, okay, guys. So I think that um, we can say that we will see you. I can see you in the next live streaming. Yeah, it's Max. Absolutely, it's Max. I love that. So, guys, today's live streaming is over. Okay, so thank you for being here. I hope that you had some benefits related to, you know, to this topic that we just discussed. And you know, as I always told you, um, you don't need to be too complicated to play funk, actually. Okay, it's just a matter of, you know, how you integrate simple things together. So 8 notes, 16 notes, and you can have a great time. Okay, so I hope that the live streaming was, you know, inspiring for you. I hope that, you know, you had a great time. So see you guys with a new live streaming on next Sunday. And you know, we will see you each other on the internet with new videos and stuff like that. Okay, so thank you again for watching. Thank you for your time, and see you guys next Sunday. Have a great time. Bye bye.